US officials say they fear as many as 600 people may have died after Hurricane Helene battered 6 states in the southeast of America. Over 100 people have been confirmed dead, but the concern is there are still hundreds of others who are unaccounted for. You can see some pictures here that show everyone trying to help. Aid being loaded into trucks in Florida. That's where the hurricane first made landfall. It was downgraded to a tropical storm as it moved through the states of Georgia, through the Carolinas, Tennessee and Virginia. Entire communities have been destroyed and millions still remain without power. Let's cross over to the badly hit small mountain town Oswannanoa, which is in North Carolina. And we can speak to CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry, who is there. Skylar, just take us through how things are where you are and the scene around you.
Yeah, Lucy, we have been in Oswannanoa for the last day or so, getting reactions from people here who are surveying the damage following Helene. They say that they need all the help that they can get, supplies, food, water, because they are literally left in some cases without homes. Some people that we spoke with have been looking at their homes, assessing the damage. One couple that we talked to chainsawing their way inside of their house just to see the damage that was left behind. Now, as you can see, the floodwaters were up almost to where that roof is in this exact area, and that is how high the waters were at the peak of this storm. So much so that people here had to evacuate as quickly as they could. There were mandatory evacuation orders in several counties and communities in this region. Some of those, unfortunately, did not make it out. As you pointed out, the death toll continues to climb here in Buncombe County alone. 40 people at least have been confirmed dead, but officials have stressed that they are still trying to make their way to some of those hard to reach areas, especially in these mountain regions that roads may potentially be cut off because of downed trees or power lines or simply washed away.
With so much devastation, Skylar, what is needed most right now? Is it shelter? Is it food and water? What thing are aid agencies sort of sending in as a priority?
Yeah, all of the above, I think you could say, as it relates to what folks need here. We were here as military personnel dropped off food, water, and supplies in communities like this one. We were in a town called Marshall a couple of days ago where something similar was the case. Military response has been great, but they say that they are still having trouble getting to some of those areas, and they are needing to airdrop some of those supplies to those regions because of that. Now, President Biden, along with other FEMA officials, have said that 40 truckloads of water and 20 truckloads of food will be delivered to North Carolina every day as long as it takes to recover. But they say that they are still working around the clock to try to do everything that they can to dig themselves out. Now, one of the things that we should point out here, you talked about those missing and unaccounted for people. Communications in this region have been relatively difficult. Cell phone service has been spotty at best, and so FEMA officials are also working to try to drop more Starlink services and satellites here in the region so that people can at least let loved ones know that they are okay, as they are sure to be worried following the devastation of Helene.
Skylar, thank you so much for joining us. Skylar Henry joining us from North Carolina there.